Hello everyone, it's Sunday, so that means we're streaming. I'm Oni Black Mage, and today we are starting a new adventure. We are playing The Last Guardian, made by the same people who made Shadow of the Colossus and Eco, and I've actually never played it. Years have gone by, and this has been one that's been on the backlog battlefields for quite a while. And I figured, you know what the heck, why not? Let's just go ahead and give it a shot. It's funny, because I picked this up day one. I even got like the special edition one that comes with a little statue of Trico, and I never played this game. Jax, what about Spiritfarer? I just go with my whims. I know I said Spiritfarer last time, but I'm like, I saw this one, it was on my stack, I'm like, this doesn't look too long. Let me go ahead and knock it out of the way. Hope everyone's having a great weekend. Let's go ahead and get started. Let's see our options first. It is an option to have a copyright. I just realized that I was looking for subtitles, but then if this is like the other games, then nobody talks. I've always been curious, about this game. Especially since it came out 4 years ago. Only 4 years ago. But how's it going, Dave? How's it going, Jax? Because I remember this coming and everyone's like, oh my god, it finally came out. It's, the rumored third game in the sub-series. And, it just kind of came, everyone was excited, and then when they played it, everyone was just kind of like, it was alright. And that's all you heard about it. You don't hear anybody talking about this game, except for its legacy. And I'm kind of curious at the same time why that is. Besides, this studio has been bought over by Epic now, so I wonder what they're working on now. Because, they wouldn't just buy a studio that isn't working on something. I wonder what this kind of art style is called, what we're seeing here. Anyway, it is like, I made this. I made all of this. This is all me. I remember thinking of an early interview that he did, and he was like, I wanted people to be, for Shadow of the Colossus, and they were like, I wonder why people were not as attached for Wander to the girl you were saving. I think her name is Mono or Mono, I can't remember. And they were more attached to Argo, or they were more attached to the plight of the Colossi themselves. And he's like, I wanted you to care about the girl. And that ended up being the least most important thing people cared about. And then he's like, okay. And so now he's making this where you're supposed to care about the beast. When does this take place in the timeline?
大田様かくうなぐ家たげini juga itesas adnai tetta waktu ada jirara boy otoriku iso uni yu tutti ona ananatu onis awini ato onis inarachi ate itara kyak agemasu no ano imi Adamawi Jones. Ateites, Oda do Numari. Inakuna.
Oh, this camera's weird. This camera's wobbly. Hey, how's it going, Sam? This is a wobbly camera. I know it's designed to be that way, but man, it makes me wonder why they chose to do that. The sound design of this thing is crazy. It's kind of weird. The kid just looks so much more cartoonish. Like he's deliberately a cartoon boy next to very stylized grass and a very realistic looking, you know, Trico. It's so weird. Like, why'd they choose to make him look like a cartoon and make Trico look like kind of photorealistic? That's such a weird choice. Hey Sam, hey Axe, how's it going? That's kind of distracting actually, like he's just a weird cartoon boy. He is very floaty in his controls, wow. Interesting, interesting. Alright, so that's crouch. He's got some floppy feet.
Ateieta kiaji ikastu zi outrikono. Ite sashiji naku oshistastu awizi atashishikastu tu.
Is that the same language as whatever they were speaking in Shadow of the Colossus, I wonder? Does it want this barrel? Maybe I sneak up and help it.
Atimiji akiane kyab agozi atasazi iniriso. Ountoriko no awizi.
Like, I'm pressing it. Oh, you would be dead, cartoon boy. I guess when you think back, Wander was kind of cartoonish looking compared to the Colossi. When you think back, everything was so washed out though in that world in terms of coloration. Over here, it's very distinct. Man, this camera's all over the place. Can I pick this up? Somersault. These controls are weird. I'm just gonna say that right now. These are weird controls. I'm gonna need that tutorial for a bit. Are we building a bond with this thing? I mean, what are you doing? Get that. Alright. I guess he wants more. Get up, kid. I know one of the design practices was minimalism. That's something that he wanted in both of his games. Ueda. I always have to wonder, how well did he succeed? Because everyone loves Shadow of the Colossus for the most part. You know, it's minimalist by design. It wasn't minimalist because they couldn't do anything. They chose not to. It was part of the design. The beast seemed reluctant. It was okay with me slapping it with the barrels, but otherwise it was just a distance thing. I'm guessing this is a flashback because I'm guessing it's older him narrating. So if that's the case, then that kind of takes me out because that means that no matter what I do in this game, I know the boy lives because this is clearly him narrating. This camera's so weird. Alright, catch up there. I feel like I'm fighting the camera at every turn. Oh, excuse me. I would have muted myself, I apologize, but you know how sneezes are, they just come so quickly.
青くすねず大鳥公の
Cartoon Boy is very durable. And then I died. Roll credits. Hi JQ, how are you today? Thanks for joining, chat. Gotta do something about that chain. I haven't played too many games like this where you're basically escorting or working together with a giant AI. There are a couple games that come to mind. I remember when The Last Guardian came out, there was a couple that came out around the same time, I guess trying to cash in on that same idea. Can you come over here? This camera zoom is so weird. I wonder why they chose to do it that way. Okay, something to be on this wall. Smash this wall. Its mask is interesting.
아갸드 토리코노 아디소드 미라지 오크나 아비아드 타라기아나스투 이디니라지 아담
Alright, how do I jump again? Okay, so he auto grabs. Shimmying. Alright, dog. Come over here. Eat this barrel. Eat that barrel. Hey, Gideon. This climbing's kind of funky. Oh, there's a bunch of barrels there. There you go. Go eat it. Alright, go eat it. I guess he doesn't want to eat it? Alright. Or maybe he does eat it. What a shy eater. Oh, follow me. Alright, so the eyes clearly mean something. Red is probably bad. I wonder what yellow is. Alright, go smash this wall. I wonder what's in that that's glowing. What are you looking at? Such a weird game to be like, alright, you're with this animal. You gotta figure out what this animal's trying to want. There's something else over here. Okay. Lift me up. Oh, come on. Alright, maybe this hole goes somewhere. I guess the Trico knew more than me. Troll and I. Thank you, Keith. I was trying to think of like the other game that was like, what was that other game that came out around the same year that had the same concept? I guess this is where like glowing water comes from. Is it supposed to be in relation to
tu u anigumav o imagak ono. Iesi, inotugo ye harosi, onustisiasi, ya no tu catnek ye tesmatic, inotu caricum, awesi.
Well, I guess it's awfully convenient that they just left it here. But mirrors have a purpose for reflecting something, and I wonder what this is supposed to reflect. Man, this kid's barefoot. So assuming all goes well, by the way, the world ends with you. I was about to say Last of Us, I don't know why. But the world ends with you should be up tomorrow night. Interesting. Wait, what?
Atune kamikak also boy, own Trico no awiz.
It shot out from its tail? I was wondering where that lightning came from. Like, I couldn't tell because it clipped through the wall.
Own Trico no ye waro.
Huh. Alright. Alright, so I'm assuming you can only do this in the light, though. There's some simple looking lightning effects, I'll say that. I'm free, see ya. And the boy just leaves. This was a journey of a cartoon boy.
Onira kabeta ramiezi o trikuno ye tarastezi ono dak ahinoro kuinuzi.
That's a bunch of big pots. Those pots better play into the story somehow. I was about to say those pots better play into the plot. Alright, so I guess this is one of those emergent narratives, huh? Doesn't like water. Huh. It's kind of a odd thing. It's like a chimera, I guess. With like, instead of its tail being a snake, its tail just, I don't know, something else shoots lightning. I know they showed a bunch of animals before, but I kind of wonder if that's kind of what Trico is. Or maybe Trico's just Trico. Nope. Gonna need a Trico for this. Really? Trico's lightning couldn't blast this wood open? Really? It can blast stone, but it can't blast wood. I guess it eventually can. Alright, I stand corrected. Maybe the rock was just super weak before. I mean, I like puzzles, but it's kind of weird. First thing first, getting used to these controls and this wonky camera. There was an Adam Sandler movie that promoted Shadow of the Colossus. Which one? Oh, these physics. These are rough physics. It's gonna be one of those experiences, huh? I feel like they put so much effort into the animations that they're just kind of looking a little ridiculous. Hey Umber, how's it going? Rain Over Me? Never heard of it. There, see? Not so bad. So is Trico no longer afraid of water? Water's not great, but it's more effort than Ghost of Tsushima put into their water. This camera's gonna be a problem, I can tell. I wonder if we're gonna have to fight shadow monsters with this stuff. With the help of Don Cheadle and Shadow of the Colossus, he gets better from his trauma. I have never heard of this movie. And that's the end of the game. Alright, good run. You know, this was short, but I think the wait was worth it. Oh, this is the shot they used in the trailer. Because I remember the first trailer of this, well, there was a couple first trailers, but the first major one, I think for like E3, was like the kid running, and then Trico running, and then Trico stops at this cliff and just kind of roars or screeches or whatever. Yeah, it was basically this shot. And everyone's like, oh my god, it's real. I have to think, what were people's expectations of this game back in 2014, 2015? He does have little spindly chicken wings, doesn't he? Are those horns or crystals on his head? Or maybe crystal horns. I like how the kid's like, alright, I'm gonna go home now. It's like, do you even know where you are? Seriously, kid. I do not love this camera one bit. Alright, let's see, is there something I can climb? Yes. I wonder what sort of Easter eggs are in this game. Not that I'm going to go out of my way to look for it. But I suppose like everyone else I am curious, like what does this have to do with the Eco and Shadow of the Colossus? I'm almost curious, Keith, to see what Reign Over Me actually has to do with Shadow of the Colossus. Like how does it help this man heal? I am shocked those rocks are still standing. I think I was supposed to watch him cross those rocks and be impressed. And the dog's like, "Are you not impressed? I didn't watch you. Sorry." Well, that's convenient. That's less convenient, but still convenient. This kid's animations are so comical. Like, this camera's just moving on its own. Is this the same castle as Eco? Or sort of the same? Hey Dark, how's it going today? I mean, you spell baloney, right? Baloney's one of those words where, like, you look at it, it's like it's Bologna. I guarantee there's somebody out there who's like, why do people keep saying baloney? It's obviously Bologna. Can he jump over here? I guess he moved. Can I lift this up? There's obviously a thing there. I just not noticed that those butterflies are hovering around it. Look at him wave his little noodle arms. Oh, there you are. Whammy, if I'm saying that right. Thanks for joining chat. How are you? How's your day? Well, it's evening for me. But yeah, doing all right. All right. Camera, you're killing me. I need your laser powers. And go ahead and eat it. I'm not doing anything with it. Oh, you want me to get it? Okay. There's probably going to be some revelation where whatever's in those barrels is actually bad for it. Alright, so we're up here. Asking if the fans were happy is silly because the fans are never happy. That's a fair point. The subset of fans that believe Shadow of the Colossus was the best game ever made. I wonder what their opinion of this game is. Obviously, they're going to say it doesn't stack up because, again, they love Shadow of the Colossus the most. Can you break through iron? You cannot. Alright. Just like with every recap Oni does, I mean, you're not wrong. The fans never love my recaps. I shouldn't say that. There are plenty of fans that enjoy the recaps. It's just the very, very extremely unnecessarily picky ones. Not so much. Just like with The World Ends With You. Can't wait to meet the World Ends With You fans. Thanks for standing next to the climbable ledges, Trico. I appreciate that. What a smart little chimera you are. This jumping is so ridiculous. Is it gonna be like this the whole game? I wonder if there's a point to keeping defeating this thing. Like, is there some sort of consequence for doing it or not doing it? Do you do the videos yourself or with a crew? I am a one-man team. I have 0 crew. So I have 0 editors to tell me that I have too many run-on sentences. I have nobody except for me doing all the editing and picking times where sometimes I don't sync up the scene with whatever I'm talking about or finding a filler clip or forgetting it. I have nobody to look through my second and third drafts to review my audio balancing or say, hey, you said this name slightly different over here, or I think you peaked the mic a little bit over here. And I'm like, hey, I'm too lazy to re-record. Nope, I'm a one-man army. Good catch. Julian, or should I call you Jtron? Finally watched Xenogears because you finished it. Congratulations for finishing it, by the way. And thank you. Xenogears took me a while. There are some stories that just take me the entire month to get through in terms of collecting everything I need, writing the script, editing it. Alright, so I need to get over there now. Was there a point to feeding him that barrel? And, Gideon, The World Ends With You didn't need a sequel. It ended on a good note. Are you sure about that? Are you sure? Did you play Final Mix? Did you play the epilogue that they added on? Because they did not end it on a good note. They turned what was otherwise a fairly complete ending into direct sequel bait. And while it's okay now to say, oh, okay, it's not such a big deal, because we know we're getting a sequel a couple of months. They didn't know that. When did Final Mix come out? Like 2017 or 18? So those fans who enjoy The World Ends With You suddenly got an ending that teased a sequel that they didn't know they were getting for about 3 years. I don't know if I can really say that's a clean ending. But thank you so much, Whammy. I appreciate that. I really do. It really is chicken soup for the soul, and people are like, "Wow, you did a good job editing that. Thank you," because I spent a lot of work. I spent a lot of time, a lot of effort doing it, and I know I'm not quote unquote professional quality, but hey, man, I'm a one man dude, doing the best I can with what I've got. I love when people are just casually, "You should hire an editor." Man, I can't even afford to hire myself to do this full time. What on earth makes you think I can afford to pay somebody? I'm not super mega big rich with all these sponsorships. I think the best I've done is when a game company has reached out to me and be like, "Would you like to review our game?" And I'm like, "Yes, please." "Oh, it's the little salamanders. Can I collect them?" Oh, you can't grab anything. Alright, well, you can't collect anything, but that's cool if those little salamanders are there. Actually, I don't know if they're salamanders. They're probably not salamanders, because salamanders have poisonous skin. And you're probably not going to be eating those. So just lizards, little glowy lizards. I'm going to play devil's advocate and say that these don't do something good later. There's something with this glowing liquid and these green butterflies that's going to be bad later. So waiting for Oni, sponsored by Honey. Yeah, I know, right? Guys, just install this on your browser and you can get blah blah blah. Actually, I installed its competitor, Capital One, because I actually have a Capital One card, so I'm like, they already own my information anyway. I'm not worried about them stealing and selling it to China like Honey does, because Capital One already owns my information. So I installed that one. It actually did, one time, save me $10. So I'm like, well, I guess I can say I saved $10. So there's my personal testimony. 9 times out of 10, it doesn't save me money. However, on the 10th time, it does save me money, so sometimes it occasionally works. That's the best sponsorship I can do for Capital One shopping. Wheel of Warman. That is not a name I recognize, so hey, welcome to chat. Sorry if this is, are you Caucasian? I always thought you were Asian. Well, interesting. So, yeah, people in chat already picked up. Yeah, my last name is De Jesus, where if you're not familiar with that, you can say De Jesus, it's fine. That's basically what it means anyway. But yeah, it is actually a Puerto Rican name. There aren't, if you ever see a De Jesus, odds are they're Puerto Rican. So yeah, my dad's Puerto Rican. My mom, however, is West Indian. And then I do have, from there, grandparents that go from Asia / Mongolian. And then over in the Europe side, my grandmother on my father's side is actually from Spain. An actual fair-skinned, red-headed Spanish woman from Spain who married a black guy from Africa, which was my grandfather, who I was almost named after. And then from the European side, you also have a little bit of Swedish, German, and the Indian side, you actually go from India to Nepalese. So yeah, I'm very, very mixed. And people ask me, so what are you? I'm American. I was born in New York. Couldn't you tell by my distinct New York accent? I know, I don't have a distinct New York accent. Sometimes when I'm mad, it comes out. But yeah, my background is diverse. That's why people are like, what minority do you represent? I'm like, which minority do I not represent? I'm just mixed, man. I'm a mutt, and I'm proud of it. Because it means that I don't have to necessarily associate with any one person. I can be equally offensive to everyone, and yet not be offended to anything. If people ask, well, how come your family's so diverse? Well, I guess you could say because most of my family's military, they moved around a lot. Let's just put it that way. Alright, so I'm supposed to go somewhere. Yeah, you'll know I'm sponsored when I start hawking Skillshare. Hey guys, I just learned how to balance my audio and say this word. And you know how I learned to say this word? By looking at this workshop on Skillshare, where they discuss Chinese names. Actually, seriously though, where am I supposed to go? I do not like this camera at all. We came from there, right? No, we didn't come from there. I guess he wants to go up there. Climb up these haunches. Oh, thanks, man. That's a fun word to say, haunches. Will I go Express or NordVPN? I know, right? When will I get my own G Fuel combination? That's the real question. What are they gonna give me? Oni Blackberry as a G Fuel flavor. I just made that up, but it actually kind of sounds funny. I'd actually get behind that if somebody made that Oni Blackberry. Or Oni Black Mango. That would be cool. I actually prefer mangoes over blackberries. Mangoes are delicious. Is this a switch? This looks like a pressure plate. Oh yeah, Surfshark is really big right now too, isn't it? I see some people have Surfshark. Or one of those two different type of wallets. What are those two wallets that you see people hawking? God, what is it? There's two different type of wallets that people are advertising these days. Come on, Trico, get over here. This kid just stomping in place. Trico. Oh. He doesn't like that warding symbol. Smash it up. Interesting. I'm sure that will play symbolically into the plot somehow. Oh, the Ridge wallet. One of them's the Ridge wallet, but there's another wallet people advertise. Arizona Mucho Mango. Oh, dude, mango sweet tea is actually pretty good. I do prefer green tea though, but mango sweet tea is pretty good too. I foresee that 70% of this game will be waiting for Trico to do something. And then it's supposed to be fascinating to watch him. Are you not yet fascinated? Step on this. This is probably a pressure plate. Can I make it? Yes. See you later, bye. I was gonna say, man, would it be crazy if this just ended on a ledge? Just right over a cliff, and it does. Oh, this camera's hot garbage. Oh, good. They don't kill a kid. Muchi mango is 0% tea, 0% actual mango. Ah, I see. So you have to press all the buttons to dispel those symbols. Oh my god, the camera angle shifts right as you jump. That is so disorienting. Predetermined camera angles are rough. Oh my god. This kid. Thank goodness there was a lever here. If I ever get a sponsorship, though, for anybody, I still wouldn't put it on my recaps. I want my recaps to stay clean and academic. I'll put them on my reviews that nobody watches and values. Speaking of, I'm still working on the 2. For 13 Sentinels and Ghost of Tsushima, because I do have opinions on that I do want to share. Nom, nom, nom. To me, the best sweet tea I've ever had, besides making your own sun tea, which is actually really delicious if you've ever tried it, but you need to be living in a very sunny area to do so, obviously, is Publix's green tea with honey and ginseng. It is the best damn green tea I've ever tried. It is so freaking delicious. Holy crap. Alright, so Red Eyes is scared. Is it the symbol again? Oh, interesting. What a weird artifact. Not doing anything. There's a lever up there. Is there a way to climb around? He's not going to shoot lightning at something. What is that cage meant to contain, I wonder? I don't think I'm supposed to jump down there. I'm supposed to jump up, I wonder? Alright, so it's clearly not a ledge to drop down to. Huh. Oh, there's something down there. How to get into there. How do I get under there? And Trico, you are not really being helpful. I don't get it. What did I do? What did I do different? I just walked up to this thing. Well, that's the end of that. And that was a story of how I died. Do I have a favorite Dragon Quest game? Oh, that's supposed to be part of the game. I want to say no. Because I played Dragon Quest 8. I played part of 9. I own 4, 5, and 6. Actually, I also own Dragon Warrior 2. And I have 11, but I only started it and never finished it. So I have such a limited experience with Dragon Quest that I don't want to say I have a favorite, even though I've only completed one game. I don't want to be those people who's like, this is my favorite game. Well, you could also say it's your least favorite game. It's the only one you played. That's another one of the reasons why I look forward to recapping it, so I can actually discover it. Was that Trico's memories, I wonder? Or my own? He just plucks a whisker.
Ateye Tanakan, Agui Magak, Ateye Tum, Ahinoro Kui Nosi, Agati Mau.
I mean, he probably swallowed it. Man, the clipping in this, I can't love it. Wait, are you telling me it's in there? No, it's just another barrel. Griffin, you've actually played in every single Dragon Quest that came to the West. That's pretty impressive. I own most of them, just haven't played most of them. Interesting.
Akari etizi, oisonichi, I oroi, o nozi, awisi.
It's just going to be a forced stealth section. And now we have music too. Interesting. Oh, it's one of these. I'm terrible at navigation. They're like, we need to have something that looks like a maze. This is your climbing through the vents section. But yeah, I mentioned this in Discord, and I kind of wonder if I should put it in the comments or see how many people are going to quote unquote correct me, even though I'm fully aware of it. Which is, in The World Ends With You, there's a very, very minor character. It doesn't even matter. And his name is 777, but I say 777 the 2 times that I actually name drop him. And I know there's going to be people who are going to go, actually, his name is pronounced 777 as denoted by the parentheses during his introduction. I even show the introduction as the clip where Shiki corrects Neko on how to say his name, which is 777. And I guess you could say, I don't care. Oops. Trico, kill them. We shall attack him one at a time. Get wrecked. And the other part is, one time I say Hanakuma instead of Hanakoma, and I'm like, man, did I just have a Danganronpa slip? Thinking Monokuma. But here's the thing, the one time I mispronounce it is also a time when it's almost appropriate for a certain reason. And if you know the secret behind Hanakoma, then you know what I'm talking about. Alright, we need a barrel. We passed one. Griffin, how you liking it versus the handheld? So here's the thing. I did play it back on handheld when it first came out. And the Nintendo Switch version is... It's different, but it's not necessarily different gameplay. It's the same gameplay. Using the motion controls versus the stylus isn't that fundamentally different. It really doesn't change the game. Alright, what am I missing out here? Oh, I like how Trico blocks the... Where was that barrel we passed? It was up top, wasn't it? Well, he let me climb him. Oh, you just pet him once. Pet the Trico. Interesting, lets you pick up the pieces of armor. Let me pet you. These controls are so weird. So when I'm climbing it, it says pet. I'm petting. I don't see my character petting. Is this calming him? I don't know. Alright, I guess you had to get him in the back of the neck. You have to climb this thing's head and pat it. Alright. Problem solved. Alright, we cool? I think we're cool. When he's sniffing, I can't help but wonder if that's where the barrel is. Was it around here? Is there a barrel around here? Man, this jumping is not fun. Kid, just jump. Man, what a chore. There's a lot of jank to the jumping, but there's also a lot of magnetism, which I guess corrects it. I don't know, it's weird. It's not smooth. And then roll credits. This is the day that I finally left. So I guess we blast that later. Yeah, I want to play 11S. Which I hear has a lot of nice quality of life improvements. And it also has more character stories from what I hear too. So it is technically the best version to play. It's also free on Game Pass. So even though I have the original one, you know, physical, I kind of want to just play the digital one with the better version and use that for recording. Alright, so I guess I don't get out here just yet. Probably need to get out here once we have Trico. Yeah, we got a little bit ways to go. We have a few more series to finish up. The first series I kind of want to finish up, by the way, is Breath of Fire. I kind of want to finish that one up first. Although, this year, I plan on going way more serious for Tales of games. Because this year is the 25th anniversary of Tales. Which is why I think they're going to have Tales of Arise come out. Can you get in here? Can you seriously get in here? I'm gonna boop you in the nose. Boop. Alright, so he can't get in there. I gotta admit, that was kind of cute. We just kind of have a dog just kind of shove its head in. It's like, I can't fit. It gets one little paw in there. Alright, so we clearly are meant to go up there. What is this side alcove? Am I supposed to shove something up top there, down here? I need something to smash this, I think. Hey Darko, how's it going tonight? I've only played 2 Breath of Fire games, which are the 2 Breath of Fire games I recap because I slept on that series. I was always aware of it, but I never jumped on it. And not gonna lie, I really liked it, both the first one and the 4th one that I played. What is this camera doing? Alright, what am I supposed to do at this point? What are my options? We need the mirror, though, to blast this cage. Will Trico come up here? You could jump this. Get up here. Come on. There you go. When in doubt, call Trico. His tail's just a normal looking tail. I wonder why it specifically shoots lightning. Alright, what am I supposed to get Trico to do up here? I'm just gonna call him and see what happens. What if you can break this? And maybe this chain... What are you barking at? Alright, climbing Trico, I guess, was the answer. Thanks, I guess. But yeah, Breath of Fire 1 impressed me. I'm like, this is actually low-key really good, especially for the day and age it was made. A lot of really good ideas. Good dungeon design. Great abilities. Use of cinematics was kind of impressive too. And then Breath of Fire 4 is still one of man, that game really impressed me. Especially just the visuals. Just the sprite art was so damn good. To complement the good gameplay, the characters. The story direction that it took. I really liked a lot of Breath of Fire 4. So I look forward to playing more of the series. Alright. He's like, I'm stuck. I'm guessing we move this to the middle, maybe? Guessing this is some Trico bait. For a second I thought the picture on the side was a giant skull. It kind of looks like a skull, you know? Breath of Fire is one of those where I'm like, man, Capcom, I know you're trying to bring back a lot of series, you know? You're trying all sorts of stuff, but there are two series at Capcom I want you to try to do before you try to make good on, say, something like Street Fighter 6. Because a lot of people are like, oh, Capcom's making good games again. Go back to Street Fighter and make it good. Well, Street Fighter 5 had good DLC later. But here's what I want them to do. I want them to either A, give a legitimate good shot towards, that was cool, that was intuitive, I like that. The grass.
おぬバストおとりこのあてみじおといもとおいろくのぜあけのひじあweせ
The heady scent. That it would be cool if they tried to bring back Breath of Fire for real this time, not as a mobile game. And B, Dino Crisis. It'd be super cool if they brought back Dino Crisis, especially with how well they did with like Resident Evil 2 Remake. If they could do that for Dino Crisis, man. Okay, so we close the pot. Are we free to proceed? They're not gonna make another Darkstalkers. Nah, but they did give Darkstalkers a chance last gen. They released Darkstalkers again. You know, they kind of do the whole thing where they release the game, test the waters, and see how it performs. And Darkstalkers they put out again on, you know, all characters unlocked and stuff like that, and it just didn't perform. So I think they just saw that Darkstalkers just wasn't getting support. Alright. Can I make this jump? I don't think this kid can make this jump. Power Stone? Power Stone? Was Power Stone Capcom? Or was it Sega? I know it came out on the Dreamcast, but was that Capcom? I don't know if Power Stone would age well today, just being real. It was Power Stone and Power Stone 2 were great for its time, but I haven't played those in a while. I do wonder if they've aged. I mean, obviously they aged, but I wonder if they're still relevant. Like, are they still fun today? Taking your nostalgia goggles off. Alright, we're gonna go for it. Come on, kid, you could have ledge grabbed that. Umar, did you play Shadow Colossus before this game? Yes. I played Shadow Colossus when it first came out. I was in college when it first came out, I believe. What was it, 2000 and... What was Shadow Colossus? 2003? No. 2006 maybe? I'm looking it up. 2005. I was close. Have a good one, bro. Enjoy your night. Thanks for hanging out. Alright, you're over there. You're clawing for something. Oops. That was me. That was on me. I wonder if I climb him, if anything happens. I guess not. Alright. Oh wait, hold on. If he jumps up there, maybe I can climb up his tail. And that'll allow me to climb up there. Yeah, maybe that'll work. Yeah, there we go. Now we're thinking with portals. Because I noticed this platform up here. I'm like, what is this platform for? You don't think Breath of Fire would sell these days? I question that. Because think about it. How many RPGs like Breath of Fire are there these days? Usually most people, when it comes to, oh, I want an old school turn-based RPG, but still have an interesting world, engaging characters and plotline, you know, Breath of Fire could still hit that mix. And Capcom has always been one for polish. They could still have that sort of traditional gameplay, but still make it look good, sound good, and be relevant. It's kind of hard to tell what you can and cannot grab here. I'm too spoiled by all the modern pseudo-platforming that paints the ledges white. Hate to say it, but that's tainted our ability to identify climbable ledges. Who started that crap anyway? He just finds his own way through. He's fine. Persona 1 or 2 re-release? I think Persona 1 and 2 should be re-released. At least digitally or something. Because now that Persona's hot again, it wouldn't distract from all the success. Oops. Oh, I lived. In that case, haha, I meant to do that. That kid hit every rock on the way down. Oh. Wait, do I hear something else? Is that an echo or is that something else? Oh, that's something else. We got 2 Tricos. I wonder if Trico dies and we get a second Trico. Yeah, Nocturne's coming back for the Switch. So you're right. They are revisiting SMT more. Although I do believe SMT5 will come out this year. It's got to. It's been in development for 4 years. And you know SMT fans, they hate Persona fans being more popular. So they gotta have that SMT. I love both series. I mean, I love SMT in general. I just also love making fun of the fan base and just the toxicity and division between them. It's just so unnecessary. Which is why I have to make fun of it. Exo Blue personal opinion. Sure. What is it? Square's RPGs have mostly on mobile extremely microtransaction intensive. Yeah. I mean, it's not really an opinion, that is fact. Because that's the thing, when you put anything on mobile, you know what you're saying is, hey, we're going to give you some gameplay and a lot of microtransactions. You know that's what they're saying. They want you to buy those loot boxes, they want you to buy those skins, they want you to buy that optional content. Oh, it'll be free to start, but it'll also be free to wait. With cooldown timers and other crap. You know that's how they do it. That's why it's scary anytime any game goes mobile, because no matter how good it is, the primary objective is them to get you to just blow tons of cash on it. Like, there's a lack of integrity there. When they don't have to pretend anymore, they don't have to make a high quality product to get your money, they can make an okay enough product and get your money. And it collapses and kills the kid. Where are you going? Alright. Okay, camera. Jesus Christ, camera. This camera is so bad. Too many JRPGs in the last decade are overly anime tropey for me. You can't with Tales, Trails, or Persona. Well, I hate to break it to you, but Tales has always been anime tropey. Like, if you ever did any Tales, even the first one, you have to have a healthy dose of anime nonsense. Like, you have to. Tales has always been that way, so they get a free pass on that. Trails, I don't know, because Trails, you know, Legend of Heroes from Dragon Slayer. You know, it started with Dragon Slayer, and then it went into Legend of Heroes, and then it went into... Oh no, it went Dragon Slayer, then... Yeah, Legend of Heroes, and then Trails. I don't think it started anime tropey. It started very tropey, but I don't think it started anime tropey, but... Pretty much most things Nihon Falcom makes is pretty anime tropey. Persona... Persona's a little anime. I wouldn't call it very anime. Persona 5 is pretty anime, but... So's 4. Eat this. It's cool. Eat it. Eat it, it's cool. Okay, fine. I guess you want me to pick it up and give it to you. That's why people like 4. That's also the reason why I do not like 4, is because I think 4 is too anime tropey. More so than 5. I think the messaging in 5 is better than 4. And, I always felt 4 was a little too anime tropey. And I know what you're thinking. Well, now they're playing, you know, Muso and they're dancing, so... So I get ya. What about Like a Dragon? Nah, see, Yakuza's different. Yakuza is always known when to mix up the seriousness with the silly. It's always struck a very good balance. Yakuza's fine. Yakuza is not playing the tropes to be tropes. It is integrating it into its world and its distinct identity. They're not defined by their tropes at all. A lot of them are weirdos to begin with, and they don't rely on any sort of archetypes to go along with it. They have very bold identities in Yakuza, and that's kind of what makes them so memorable. Like, a lot of people were very anti-Ichiban But now that 7's come out, a lot of people have played it. They're like, oh, Ichiban's actually kind of cool. Because again, if you give him a chance, the identity, and same thing for Judgment, or Judge Eyes, as it were. That investigator guy, I want to see more of him. Really interested in Persona 1 and 2. One of the SMT elitists, maybe. The super SMT elitist, I don't think like any Persona. So if you're a super SMT elitist, I don't think you like any Persona. But you like some Persona, so I think it just makes you well-rounded. Sorry to tell you. James just started 0. Nice. High five. Yeah, Yakuza is another one that I very much look forward to recapping, only because it's a good chance to play those games again, and those games they're the right size and length for what the story they want to tell. The city design they have is very good, and the character development they have is top tier. The character writing in the Yakuza series is top tier. And frankly, I love the fact that they're serious, but they're also serious in how silly they are. And that juxtaposition is so delicious. It's so good. It hits just the right strokes in terms of having emotions versus drama versus humor versus action. And especially when you get into like the heat actions and the brawling combat, it's the type of brawling combat I like, where you know, you can be tactical and purposeful and methodical. You're not just mashing. Though you could just mash. And yeah, those heat attacks, I get you. That's very much over the top, silly, but it's still so good. Oh, that's right. Yeah, you know, Julian, you're right. There is that divide in the Persona fanbase. So the SMT elitists hate Persona, but the Persona people have their own subdivision, which is 1 and 2, so the first 3 games, and then 3, 4, and 5, the last 3 games. So for some reason, you have the first 3 versus the last 3. You can kind of almost relate it to the Final Fantasy people, who are also silly, where they're people that act like nothing before PS1 ever happened. So Final Fantasies 1 through 6 never existed. The entire series started with 7, and nothing existed before then, which is just, to me, ludicrous. Oh crap. Trico, you're up. Knock him out the box. Oh crap. This guy's got glowy hands. Pressing all the buttons. That's actually kind of cool that it teaches you to press all the buttons to mash your way when you see those symbols, so when you see those symbols, you know to mash. I didn't realize I was being taught something useful. That's actually a really good game. Can I pick up this awesome magic spear? This magic spear, though, might be the one that hurt Trico earlier. Hey, Ray. This AI is not great. But you know what? Good music. Here, buddy, have a drink on me. His neck is like so back into his body. There you go. The SMT people, for the most part, are like, all SMT is good. But the best ones are like Strange Journey and Nocturne. Even though I actually like 4 the most. But like, what about Digital Survivor? Or what about Digital Devil Saga and like all that? Or Raito, Kuzunoa, or however you say it. They're like, okay, those are all good too. Anything that's SMT is good. Persona's bad. Persona's anime bullshit. We don't need Persona. Screw Persona. Those are the elitists. Those are the people that don't want to have fun. It's like, you know, guys, you know that you can coexist. Why does it offend you that these games exist? Alright, what is up with these doors? Probably magic. I wonder if at one point we're gonna have to wear this armor. Or you want us to go up there? Weren't we just up there though? Okay. Oh, I see. It's like, I need healing. Yeah, sorry, mate. It's the only thing I can do. I wonder if he tries to lick his wounds. There. Here's a pat. Feel better. Oh, we were just here, weren't we? No, we were over there. Okay. No, where are you going? But I think another reason why SMT didn't take off as much as Persona is because back when RPGs were kind of still niche, and it still is, in a way, SMT's always been on Nintendo first and foremost. So in the heyday of the 90s, that was big. But when things started switching over to 3D, and they started having the spin-offs like, you know, Raito and all that, and Nocturne was indeed on PlayStation, you know, kind of flip-flop back and forth with SMT. Well, Persona's always been strictly PlayStation, and therefore having a larger install base with which to benefit from. So, for people who enjoy that sort of stuff, it was more beneficial to have a larger audience. These days, though, with the Switch absolutely killing it, it's a different game. It's a different story. So, it's not the early 2000s, you know. Oh shit, Trico. Get him. Ah, stop trying to hug me. He's trying to take advantage of my bag camera angles. Because back even in the PS2 era, Nocturne is incredibly niche. That's why so few people played it. And Digital Devil Saga and Raito and all that. So few people played it. It was niche at the time. I got it. I still have my mint condition in the box Raito 2, the Jack plushie and the police officer uniform, or in the Raito uniform. I still have it in mint condition in the box, never opened. And so I was following it. But a lot of people weren't. SMT was always that series that just never quite took off. And then Persona 3 started really turning heads. And that's when people started really catching on to Persona, and it started creating, like what you guys were talking about, a sort of Neo fan base, where they kind of picked up on 3. And I admit, I'm one of those same people. I never played Revelations because I didn't have a PS1. I didn't play a lot of PS1 RPGs. But I did play Persona 3, and I loved it. And to me, I just, I loved it like I loved other RPGs. I didn't think of it as versus Nocturne or versus Digital Devil Saga or versus Raito. I was like, oh cool, here's an SMT game that it just has a lot more anime. Did it fall on his tail? Did fall on his tail. Curse those people with their anti-Trico traps. This camera is so terrible. And so, there was only one other friend I have who was remotely into RPGs like I was. Like, he had Lunar, and he had SMT, and he had Persona, and he played all the Tales games to death. In fact, I would cheat on his file share, and I would also, like, if he completed a Tales game, and Tales always has New Game Plus in many of them, where you can start the game and keep your grade and a lot of bonuses. The early Tales games, or the ones at least on GameCube and PlayStation, you could copy a save file from another friend's memory card. Really, Trico? Come on. You let him walk right under you. There you go. And I would often cheat that way. I would get New Game Plus files from him who just played like 200 hours in any Tales game. He played Suikoden, he played a lot of stuff. He was a cool friend. He was like the one RPG friend I had. I never knew anyone else growing up who played RPGs. It was just me and this one friend I had. That was it. No one else played it. Trico, I really need you to kick off my ass. How did that guy throw from the front, and the spear ended up lodged in Trico's side? That does not match. What's up with this magic bullet physics? I got you, man. I got you. It's cool. Is that it? We go? Okay. Alright, calm down, calm down, calm down. Pat, 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 pat. Alright, pat, pat, pat. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Mashing the pat button. We're cool? We're cool? Cool. Are you still hurt? I like how the game actually responded to that. I'm feverishly petting him. Okay, so he likes the back of the neck the most. We have to beeline to the back of the neck. He likes the nape. He's like a real dog in that way. You ever want to get on a dog's good side? If it allows you to, of course. Don't just touch a dog if it doesn't want you to. That's how you get bit. Is just stroke the back of its ears. If you massage the back of a dog's ear, if it likes you, it'll really like you. Like every dog. It's the weak point. This might be a New Game Plus thing. Alright, you gonna cause trouble? Does this kid have a stealth kill? Oh, come on. Kick flip him. Get up, kid. Is he still chasing me? This kid's ready to jog. Look at him jogging in place. I'm not touching any buttons, by the way. He's just doing this. He's just shimmying in place. That is so weird. The momentum of this game is so weird. Get him, Trico. Shit, come on, Trico. Come on, Trico. Get him. If I climb Trico, they're not going to tell me out. Oh, come to think of it, they're made of that same green mist stuff that he hates. Isn't it? So there's something up with the green water, the green butterflies, and the green mist. Something up with all that. And the mirror's also green, and the wards are also, well, kind of multicolored, really. Alright, pat, 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 pat. Pat, 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 pat. There we go. Alright, you're good. Probably should have done this first, shouldn't we? Will there be a convenient lever? Yes. Oh no, it's broken, isn't it? Trico, seriously, leave. I don't want this thing slamming on the back of you again. Good. Now we're cool. I should have done that first. Look at us, we're making progress. We're thinking with portals, we're rubbing our brain cells together. Are we having fun yet? I don't know, it's kinda weird. Alright, real fast, let me pause, take a quick break. What a very minimalist pause screen. And we'll be right back. Everyone take a break, get some water, stay hydrated. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. By the way, looking at chat, you guys are talking about Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy. The gateway games, too. I kind of was at the ground floor for all of it, because my very first Final Fantasy was the very first Final Fantasy. I still have my original copy for the NES. I'm sure the battery in it's dead. But, that was my first one. It's not my favorite one. I don't think it's the best one. But, I started at the ground floor. I remember getting in an argument with a friend way back in the day, because he always had a thief in his party. He swore by the thief / ninja, and I never used the thief and ninja. I thought they were so useless. Conversely, he never believed in red mages. He's like, what's the point? And at first I defended it, but over time I'm like, actually he's kind of right. There's no point to red mages. There's no point in having an all-around person. You're better off with being a specialist. Like, if you want to attack, just go with either a second fighter or a monk. Or black belt, my bad. It's not called monk, they're called black belts. And you don't even really need a white mage. If you just bought 99 potions, you're good. You really don't need a white mage in Final Fantasy 1. It's a little different in the ports because they balance things different, but original, that's all you needed. But yeah, I always went with knight, you know, black belt, or like fighter, black belt, black mage, and white mage originally, but later I would always do knight, or fighter, black belt, red mage, black mage. Sometimes I would do 2 black mages, because let me tell you this way, once you got fire 2, game was on easy mode. Once your black mages got fire 2, it was over. Unless it was immune to fire, fire 2 just melted everything in that game. It was ridiculous. There you go. Gives him power. Alright. I'm gonna climb you, and I'm hoping that you're gonna jump over this ledge. Actually, come to think of it, there's more color returning to his eyes. He has yellow irises. Alright. Leap over there. Or not. Okay, so that's not the way forward. My first Kingdom Hearts game was Kingdom Hearts. It was actually an old girlfriend of mine who got me into Kingdom Hearts. I didn't play Kingdom Hearts until my girlfriend played it, because she was super into it. I watched the commercials. I remember the first commercial that played on Toonami. And I was like, this looks interesting. I'm not going to play it. But then she was super into it, which meant I, of course, was introduced to it by proxy. But then I started playing, really getting into it. Let me tell you something about Kingdom Hearts 1. When Kingdom Hearts 1 was on, I was playing it on the family TV in the living room. And at one point, the CRT, you know, those good old cathode ray tubes, the color died in it. So until we got the TV replaced, because they're like, watching stuff in black and white. My parents thought it was a funny joke for a while. They'd be like, now we're watching it old school. You gonna jump? I had to play Kingdom Hearts, half of it in black and white. And if you play Kingdom Hearts 1, you know there's a certain boss in Neverland that is color coordinated, where you have to match magic based on what color he is. I still beat that guy in black and white mode. I basically had to survive that fight with enough magic, and you know it's a pain in the butt getting magic in Kingdom Hearts 1, especially during super boss fights. I had to constantly guess with a 1 out of 3 chance of guessing which element was correct to beat the Reaper in the clock tower, and I still did it. It was stupid, but I still did it. What am I doing here? Bark at the next objective. Is it up there? Alright, so we have to get up there. I get it. But you're not going to jump over this gap, are you? I'm pretty sure you can make this jump, too. Alright, well, if you're not going to go that way... Alright, guessing we have to go this way, through this gate, maybe? Wait, is that a doorway up there? Hey, Curfy, how's it going? No, that's not a door. There's a lever, though, up there. Alright, so we need to get to that lever is what we need to do. Oh, there's a ledge right there. But how do we get up there? If I call him over here, will he stand up? Alright, stay there. Curfy, I love when you join the streams. We talk about everything other than the game you're currently playing. Yup. And you know what? If you were right here in real life, that's exactly how it would be too. Okay, so that's clearly not a ledge we can jump to, even though it really looks like we should. Game. Come on. Kid. Come on. Why can't you grab that? You should be able to grab that. What the hell's wrong with you? Okay. Is there something up with the pillars? Because Trico jumped on the pillar that one time. Is there something over here that I missed? Other than that barrel? Yeah, I know. We're supposed to go in that direction. I get it. Alright, so we're over here. What am I missing? There's a lever over there that we can't reach. There's a pillar over here that Trico sometimes jumps to. Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Come on, Trico. Okay, so we're back here. So Trico jumps on the pillar, but then what else does he do? I really feel like I need to get up there somehow. Ray, there's a second demo for Bravely Default 2. Yes, it came out last week. It's supposed to have been redesigned with feedback from the first demo. I think it's just the first demo again, just retweaked. Oh look, come on, jump, don't, yeah, be right here. Stand up, stand up. Lift me up towards this thing. Lift me up towards the lever. Yeah, there we go. Lift me up towards the lever. You can easily lift me up toward this lever. Come on. Go up there. God damn it. Okay. I can't jump that high. Trico, please stand up. Ugh, how is this immersive? Alright. That's clearly not the way. Maybe if he's standing there. Yes, just keep standing there. I think this should be close enough to jump. Maybe. Yeah, stand up. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up, please. Come on, man. Okay. Oh my gosh. Trico, killing me here. It's like right there. Okay, that's clearly not the way to do things. Alright, let's try over here again. I mean, I feel like most of this game I'm just kind of going from spot to spot calling Trico and seeing if he does anything. Because the kid can't do anything except flop around. What am I missing here? Kid, you can climb through that. Don't even give me that. Oh, you can't just climb through it. Wow, I feel stupid. Look at me overthinking it. Have a good night, Kirby. Thanks for hanging out. Oh, now you come over here. Nice of you to join me. Break this box. Break this box. Come on. This is like talking to a real cat and expecting results. Imagine if you were stuck with a giant cat and it was like your only option and only way out in a situation. You might as well just die.
Trico no ite kasato wizi ikastani wizi yeaho wizi atiketan inoi aronet tu agishio nizi yeti sogazi inoiku.
We had developed a bond, sure.
Yeti ninav autoriko no Atiajik inotuk o obastu netebazi intrikuno awizi.
It's like issue commands. You can't command. You just crush this box. Come on, Trico, crush the one box. Oh, sure. Do it when I'm not looking. Alright. Alright, go ahead and eat it. I guess you deserve it. Well, he's eating. Alright, well, I'm glad you feel better. Alright, probably need to climb that pillar, don't I? This camera is actual agony. Don't stretch. What was that noise? Alright. Where do we go now? I need to get up there, but I need to grab something. I mean, I need to get up there. Trico, get over here. Have a good night, Keith. Thanks for hanging out. Alright, move your head the other way. There you go. Stay. No, go back there. There we go. Alright. Please make this jump. Alright. What was the point of being over here? Oh, sure, now you want to get up. Now you want to stand up. I remember I was at an expo one time before this game came out, and I was like, you know, at the expo they were giving out t-shirts for this game, and I got one, but it's this bright orange t-shirt with a print of Trico on it, and I'm like, why is this bright orange? I will never wear this. Alright, what did that fix? What did that solve? Because Trico could already get past here. How do you get him to stand up? Like, we're back here. What did this solve? What did this solve? We spent half an hour getting here, just to find it goes back to exactly where we started. If this ends with Trico just jumping the gap, I'm gonna be pretty mad. Ragna, this is the last Guardian, made by the people who made Eco and Shadow of the Colossus. What are we doing? I honestly don't know. We're just kind of leaving this castle that we found ourselves in next to this chimeric creature that kind of just does whatever it wants occasionally. Sometimes we find snacks for it to eat. Alright, if I jump down here, are you gonna catch me? Oh, he actually did. But again, what did that solve? This is one of those games where you just kind of do the only thing it allows you to do, but you have to basically figure out what it allows you to do. Because it's not like this guy's gonna tell you. Alright, there must be something else here that we missed. There really isn't that much to do, though. Okay. I like how the game's like, press R1 to issue commands. You... Oh, so you can get him to hold up. Nice. What did that do for us, though? As far as I can tell, there's nothing new here. Unless we missed something else? I mean, I guess we can go over there and feed him a box. I can keep warning of his green butterflies signaling something. Okay, game. This is cryptic as hell. Alright, come over here first. Yes, there's a box up there we're gonna eat. Oh, see, now you want to jump up here. I really don't understand what I was doing different. Okay. Jump that gap. I wonder if now that we got that barrel, if he'll jump the gap. Come over here and jump this gap. Oh wait, now we can issue actual commands? Thanks, game. So that entire excursion was just to establish the fact that we can get Trico to stand up sometimes. Are you effing kidding me? This game, I swear. Yeah, see, I knew you could jump that gap the entire time. The game just didn't want you doing it yet. I'm not impressed. Oh, how magical and majestic. No. No. This is just... What was the point of that? The singular tree is so weird. Because there's no other trees around here. Oh, can you break that? Oh, okay, we need to get him to pick me up over there. What if we make a game where the player has to wrestle with very cryptic AI, but to make it where it's not just like a robot, what if we have it to where it's like a cat? So the fact that it doesn't always do what you want it to do kind of makes sense. Or like a very confused cat bird dog. Over there. Yeah, go over there. Lift me up over there. This is how to wear out your R1 button in the game. Trico, please. Close enough. Yeah, this is just mash R1 until the beast decides it's gonna do whatever it's gonna do. The game. Man. What even is this game? By the way, chat, I actually never finished Dragon Warrior. The one time I played it, which was like 30 years ago, I never beat it. It was too hard for me as a little kid. I think it's still too hard for a lot of people, honestly. But I would like to get another crack at it. Did they ever remaster it like the other ones? There are people that are looking at this game and be like, this game is perfect, this game is art. You don't need responsive controls. You don't need good cameras. You don't need AI that does everything you need. This is about the primal fury of nature and trying to wrestle with it as a man. This is indicative of that struggle. And I'm looking at them like, I think you're reading too much into this. I think this is a game with a lot of jank. Griffin, how did you decide on this game? Because this was sitting on my backlog forever, and I just decided on a whim that I think it's time to knock it off my backlog. Most of my decisions when it comes to what I stream or games I want to knock off my backlog are made very much on the spot. Where it's like, I'm feeling like this. It's like how I decide the games with which to place on for why is it playing music now? To play for the recap poll on Patreon. Like the month's theme that I have that people make their selections for, it's completely arbitrary. Like just today I decided that this month's upcoming theme for the poll, which I think I'm going to do earlier in the month, because I think waiting to the middle of the month might be a little rough. You're not going to pivot around this, kid? Oh, you're going to make me go the long way, aren't you? Kid, come on. It's going to be 90s games. Because I said earlier today, you know what? The next game I want to recap, I just want to play an RPG from the 90s. Not too particular on what. Just pick one. So that'll be the upcoming theme. I'll probably do it at the beginning of the month, so tomorrow. So look forward to that, any patrons out there. And if you're not a patron, you can support me for just $1. And get behind the scenes videos called Deep Cuts, in which I actually give you my primal honest opinion of every game that I recapped. Both the good and the bad, especially the bad. Okay. Kid. Am I supposed to can I jump over that, I wonder? I gotta be able to jump over that. Shit. Or are you gonna restart me? Ray, how long is my backlog? Oh my god. Let me put it this way. Just the sheer games that are on the queue for recap alone, I have enough material for the next, if I calculate it, if I go at my average speed, not like balls to the wall, full-time YouTuber life, which, you know, that's still the dream. But if I go full all in at the current pace that I currently do, I have enough in my queue to last me the next 8 years at my current posting schedule. So the next 8 years, of recap is basically every series that has been suggested to me with the games that are on there, and that's not including new games that'll come across in those next 8 years. Like, I'm sure I will do Final Fantasy 16, you know, even though I'm pretty sure we have. I don't think it's coming out this year. A lot of people think this year. I don't think it's going to come out this year. I think it's going to come out next year. Shit. Oh, he got up. I'm dead. Or maybe not. Oh, this kid broke his leg. Oh, man. Wow, I didn't realize you could break your leg. Okay, I already walked it off. So, you know, if you fall from, you know, 90 feet, just walk it off. I like how the solution to this entire problem was just fall and not die. Trico, I'm gonna need you in here, bud. Get in here. Get in here. Oh, okay, I guess it doesn't fall down on him. Fine. Get up and pet you. Trico, please. Also, camera, please. This game is about how to train your pet with positive reinforcement, which is good. I believe positive reinforcement is the ideal way. You know, I prefer if people were led by the carrot instead of the stick. Alright. Is that where the lever is? It probably is, isn't it? I'm just climbing, I swear to God. Yeah. Jump up there. Jump up there. Stand up. Stand up. You can do it. Oh my God. Trico, please. Trico, please. Thank you, Jesus Christ. This game is such a test of patience. I think training an actual dog takes less time. Oh, actually, before I leave. Is there a barrel snack for you? Is there a Scooby snack somewhere here? No. kind of expected Scooby Snacks to be kind of like the hidden collectible in this game. Star Ocean, by the way. Oh, I'm not gonna allow anyone to, by the way, no one's gonna trick me into Lunar 2, by the way, Griffin, because I haven't started the Lunar series yet. Soft lock is still in effect. So you either need to recommend me a game that does not belong to a series, or is from one of the open series I already started. And you know, there's a little under 2 dozen, so it's not like there's a lack of options here. But yeah, Lunar is soft locked out. Same for Star Ocean. We'll get to it when we get to it, but we have to close out some series first. Really, kid? You're not going to grab that? Oh my god, this game. Alright. I don't know if it's a ledge I can actually grab onto. Oh, there we go. Fortunately, somebody did not stack a rock in this hole. How convenient. We kind of now know that this kid can survive some pretty perilous drops. So I think if I dropped down here, I wouldn't die. I bet all the speedrunners would be just done with the game by now. Kid, I'm gonna need shit. Leon, help! I'm mashing all the buttons. Damn. What if I just take the loss? There's no way I'm getting out of this alive, is there? Just take the loss. I wonder what happens. Oh, they're resonating with it. Maybe they're turning me into them. God, this kid cannot run. There's no run button in this. The kid only mildly jogs to places. Can we juke this enough? God damn. Alright, I wonder if we can get under the door back to Trico. I think we can. Aw, come on. I can't even lose quickly. I might as well just kill myself. Like, what am I supposed to do in this situation? Kid can't do anything. I'm gonna juke him. I'm gonna juke him. Oh, come on, kid. 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 Your running speed, you can get away from them. I'm going for it. Kid, come on. I think he can open the door in time. Alright, we're almost there. Another run. Can we get them close? Trico, can you slap them from here? Yo, he can't. Sweet. Trico, slap this one. This camera's doing no one any favors. This game. This game was nominated for Game of the Year by many people, by the way. I want you guys to know that. What are you doing, kid? He's like, I'm gonna stop and wave my hand. The controls in this game are so jank. I cannot believe I juked that. Trico, you can fit through there. Can you slap him now? Nice. God, the controls in this game are so jank. Oh my god. Alright, one more round. One more round of bait and switch. Oh, I don't know if I could jump underneath. Oh, you know what? I bet I could. I bet I could jump underneath this thing. That's what I'm supposed to do. Is evade by running underneath this. I'm probably doing this the extremely dumb and hard way. They probably lose sight of me, and I could probably juke them that way. Alright, thank you. Do your thing. Alright, well, we figured it out. Good for us. Yeah, I'm willing to bet the solution was actually drop down the edge here, crawl along, and sneak by. Which is totally what we didn't do. But we still beat him. Go us. Go team. Why does he randomly just stop and jog in place? Thank you so much for the tip. I appreciate that. Magicel. You're right. We got through that together. Good on us. Alright, let's get out of this hallway and then we'll call it a night. I'm afraid that if I exit here, the game's gonna make me restart that encounter. Okay, he's doing it faster. I kind of wonder if he's gonna get smarter as the more times we do it. That's kind of how it's going. Like, he has to learn the trick, and then he just gets better at doing the trick. I wonder if that's the whole gimmick here. Sunken Seas, I think it'd be more fun to play as Trico than the boy. I kind of agree with you. How cool would it be to just control Trico for a little bit? There's a VR minigame of this. I cannot imagine what it's like to play this in VR and have to put on goggles and waggle your flashlight controller just to have Trico ignore you in virtual reality. It's like you're really there having Trico ignore you. That was a little splash thing. Looks like an eye. That rock just moved on its own. He's like, what, you think you just... I know, Ueda's like, what, you think you just walk up to any old cat dog bird and just have it do whatever you want? Get over yourself. Gamers, good lord. All these millennial gamers thinking they can just walk up to cat dog birds and they just snap their fingers and the cat dog bird does whatever it wants. Alright, well this seems like a good stopping point. Okay, so first impressions. I'm intrigued. That's what's keeping me going. It's done enough with the mystery to be like, okay, I'll see where this is going. I am not thrilled with these controls or cameras or AI. The gameplay is not enthralling. I'll tell you that right now. The way though that that Trico is, I guess, evolving or learning from your actions, I guess is kind of cool. I guess that's the gimmick I'm supposed to enjoy. But there's less of a sensation of, I want to go here, or this is the way to solve a puzzle, so much as, where do I need to stand to have Trico do the thing I need to do after mashing the Call Trico button? The lack of clarity with platforms and pillars that you can and cannot climb is kind of annoying too. I don't like it when a ledge looks like you can climb it and you just can't climb it, because the game's like, no, that's not the way you're supposed to go here. You can only go one way. But I suppose because there is only one way you can go a certain, in any given solution, even though we kind of janked our way through that last one, which is kind of cool. I suppose that lends itself to the simplicity. Again, Ueda tries to go for that elegance and simplicity. I know, and I normally love that. I love that in games. When there's an elegance and simplicity, everything serves a purpose, and there's no wasted space, no filler, no distractions. You just keep on keeping on. The game can only go in one way. It is a intuitive way of just conveying the natural just flow of where the player is supposed to go next, what they're supposed to do, how they're supposed to experience things in order, what they're supposed to see. There's a lot in there. I just feel like I'm wrestling with the game controls and wrestling with not only Trico, which I think is intended, but just the world itself. So it hasn't arrested me yet, but we're gonna keep this journey going. You know us, we don't quit. Oh, Griffin, that's a good point. Anybody else see BHM instead of YouTube? What? What do you mean? Oh, yeah, you're right. Granted, I'm not East Coast, so I think it's 12 o'clock on the East Coast. It's midnight over there. So it would switch over, I guess, for YouTube to Black History Month. I completely didn't get that. Anyway, thank you so much, everyone, for watching. We're going to continue our adventure in wherever this is, with whoever we are, and wherever we're going. So look forward to seeing a lot of you for the rest of this trip. Please look forward to The World Ends With You premiering tomorrow, I believe. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next Battlefield.